So, Facebook is no longer going to allow us to use third-party apps to stream into our Facebook groups. So, if you're using something like Zoom or StreamYard or Ecamm Live, those apps will no longer work to allow you to stream into your group. The same is true for social apps that allow you to auto post. So, if you're using Canva or SocialBee or some of the other auto posting apps, those are not going to work anymore for your Facebook group. Now, in this video, what I want to do is show you there's a very easy, actually powerful workaround that you can use in order to use Zoom to live stream into your Facebook group. So if you're like me and you do a lot of live streaming and you depend on being able to just click a few buttons and go live into your group, then this video is going to show you how to do that. So I'm going to give you the after so that you see what it looks like after, and then I'll give you the before, and then we'll work together to make sure that your before becomes like my after. Just take a look. So there are two things that you need in order to get this to work. The first is you need to be logged into your Zoom account. And then the second is you need to be logged into the group, the Facebook group that you want to stream into. So I'm logged into two different Facebook groups. One is my practice Facebook group. There's only myself and my husband as members in here. And I always practice new things in this group before I test them out on my real group. But we're going to do my real group together just to live dangerously. Okay, so we're going to do this together. But what I want to show you is if you go to my practice Facebook group and you click on these three dots, you will not see anything in here that says group apps, right? Versus my regular Facebook group, if I click on these three dots, you will see something in here that says group apps. And that's because I have these apps, these third-party apps that are no longer going to be available active in this group. And so to kind of fly without a net here, here's what we're going to do. This is my group that I want to stream into. This is my real group. I'm going to come down here into group settings. Now, you don't need to do this, but I'm just going to show you so that you know from the get-go this is a real test. The three apps that I have in this group, I'm going to remove. So I'm going to remove Zoom, I'm going to remove Ecamm Live, and I'm going to remove that Canva app. So they are all gone, all done. If I scroll to the bottom, it says no apps. And if I come back into my group here, my home, and I click on those three dots, you will see it no longer says group apps. So nothing there. Great. Okay. So we've kind of made this so that it's after April 22nd and we can no longer live stream using those apps. So now what we're going to do is we're going to set things up in Zoom. And the first thing we need to do is we just have to adjust a few settings. So there are several different ways that you can do this live streaming. You can stream into a post, you can create an event, and you can also stream into YouTube and Facebook at the same time, which is kind of cool. But I'm just showing you this. I'm showing you how to do a post because this is the easiest thing to do. And this is what most of you will be doing if you live stream regularly. And all of these steps, there aren't that many, don't worry. All of these steps, I'll copy and paste them and make sure they're under this video so you see them. But the first thing we're going to do is we're just going to adjust the settings. So we're going to go to settings, Zoom apps, and then we're going to make sure that the Zoom apps quick launch button is toggled on. So let's go find that. So we're going to go to the left-hand side here, and we're just going to scroll until we find settings. So here we go, settings. And now we get a menu across the top here, and we need to find Zoom apps. Now, if it doesn't show up, there's a little toggly button here that'll move things back and forth. And so just toggle until you find Zoom apps, and then we're going to click on that and make sure that this Zoom apps quick launch button is toggled on like mine is right now. That is on. Great. And now what are we going to do? We're going to come back to settings, and this time we're going to go to meetings, in meeting advanced, live streaming, and we want to make sure that custom live stream service is turned on. So let's go find that one. So we're going to come back to settings. So make sure that you let that reset. And now what we want to do is we want to find meeting. So toggle until you find meeting, and we're going to click on meeting. And now what we want is the in meeting advanced. And let's see if that, sometimes if this window was a little bit bigger, it'll show up as a side menu. So did you see how that side menu just showed up here? It's in meeting advanced. Now the truth is you could just come up here and type in live and hit enter, and it'll take you straight to all the live streaming stuff. But let's do it the hard way. Like, why do it the easy way when we could do it the hard way? So we're going to click on In Meeting Advanced, and that takes us down there. We're going to scroll and scroll and scroll and scroll until we find the live streaming stuff. So allow live streaming in meetings. We want to make sure that's toggled on. And this one in particular, custom live streaming service. This must be toggled on because that's what we're setting up. This, you know, these stream keys and stuff is what we need. Now, I'll just tell you, when I came in here, did this the first time and I toggled this on, I did not write anything in this box. And what I noticed is it didn't save it. Like, there's no save button. It just automatically updates. And for some reason, it did not update it for me. So then I came back in and I toggled it on, and then I wrote something in here, and now it saved it. So I'm just letting you know, in case you find that it didn't save it for you, you might just want to write something in there so that it makes it happy, and then it'll save it, I hope. Okay, so we did that, right? We did the 2 settings. Those are all set. That's all we needed to do in the Zoom section, so we're good. We can now, if we just want to double check again, we can just type in live, and it'll take us to live streaming, and we can see it. Everything's checked there that we need. That's checked there. You don't have to worry about these because that's not going to work anymore. So we're just doing this custom live streaming service. All right. So now what we can do is we can come in here and we can go to meetings, and we can, let's go ahead and just start a meeting. All right. And let's see, what is that showing? So this is me. Now I'm going to turn my video off here so we don't get too confused with videos running. And I want to see if I can move this zoom in here so it shows up a little bit better. Let me maneuver stuff around a little bit so it looks right. And I'm going to also play around with the Facebook back here. The Facebook. We're going to change the Facebook around a little bit. Okay. So let's get back into the Zoom. All right. Now, when I opened up my Zoom, it also opened up this side panel because I've used some apps. One of them is Fathom. But I want to, now what we want to do is we want to come in here and we want to add the Zoom live streaming app. And the way to do that is to click on apps down here. You can see that. Now, if you don't see that, what you can do is you can take your Zoom window and just stretch it. And then a lot of time that'll bring up things on the menu that were not showing up. Like sometimes I lose the chat. And if you don't see what you want here, then go to this more, these 3 dots and more, and click on that. And there's my chat right there. It'll show up in there. So, but for this example, all we need is the apps button. So click on apps. And let me move this back. So now you can see the apps section here is opening up. And now I have apps here. So it's showing me my apps, but you want to click on add apps. You see these 2 toggly things. So add apps, and then there is a magnifying glass, and we're going to type in live space streaming, because if you do it all as one word, you won't get anything. How do I know? So there you have your live stream, and then you would have the blue button there that says get. I already got it, so it's grayed out for me. And if I go back to my apps now, there it is, live streaming. So that's what you'll do. You'll click get, it'll load it, and then you can click right on it, and now it will open. Okay, woohoo. Now, when you do this, you won't have anything in here, but I already set up one of these for my practice Facebook group. So it already works in here, and I can prove it to you because if you scroll down, I have a stream right there, right there. And I have another one down here where I shared my screen. So their proof is there, but let's go ahead and set it up from scratch. So this is my private group, my private Facebook group here, and we're going to set this up, and you can do this right alongside me. So the way to do this is if I want to live stream in here, I'm going to come in here and click. I'm just going to click in the post because there's a bunch of different ways to do this. I think this is the easiest. Don't type anything in here or it will get mad at you. Click on the 3 dots and click on live video. And what happens is it takes us to our producer studio back in Facebook. And this is changing all the time. So when you look at yours, it might look a little different than this one. So now we need to select what how are we going to go live? Are we going to go live as an event, or are we going to go live what I'm calling as a post? So when I showed you this back here, I said you could go live in a post or go live in an event. So we are just going to keep life simple, and we're going to go live in a post, which is this one right here. So I'm going to click on this one right here, go live. Don't be scared. We're not really going live yet. We haven't even set things up. Okay, it tells us what we need to do. We need to connect the live video source. We need to complete the post details. It's telling us our post details are complete. I don't think that that's true because the post, if I scroll down a little bit, is right here. These are the post details. So we're just going to write nothing to see here. And we're going to write, you know, testing, Zoom live space. Streaming. I usually used it as one word. Should be streaming. Okay. So that is the post, but now we have to actually do the details. So I'm going to make this a little bit bigger for you to see because it's probably going to be bigger on your screen. So we have two choices here. One is going to be to use the webcam. I'll make it smaller again. I just keep playing around. So if I was to use the webcam, then my face would show up on video, and I'd be able to live stream my face in, but I would not be able to do all the Zoomy things that we love, which is, you know, have everyone in gallery view and share screen and all that kind of stuff. So that's why we do not want the webcam as our video source. We want live streaming software. That's what we want. So I'm going to click on live streaming software, and then I'm going to come down here, and I'm going to need my stream key. And I'm going to need an advanced setting, which is my server URL, the RTMPS, which stands for anyone, real-time messaging protocol. There, yeah, bet you didn't think I knew that. Real-time messaging protocol. We're not really messaging, we're videoing, but same idea. So make sure that you have your persistent stream key checked. The reason for that is because you just set it up once and it'll always be the same for this particular Facebook group. So that's why I like to make sure that's checked. All right, we need this stream key and we need this server URL, and I'll show you exactly where they go. This is not hard. We got it. So I'm going to head into my Zoom, right? And I'm going to click add a channel. And we're not going to click Facebook. It's tricky, right? We're going to click custom because we're doing a custom setup here. And then the stream label for me is going to be ABA. It's my ABA Facebook live stream. I'm going to defy the rules and put it in one word, live stream. So that's my ABA one as opposed to my private Facebook group. So ABA Facebook group live stream. Just put something in there that you will recognize that that is your group when you live stream. Now we need the stream key and we need the RTMP URL, and then we need the page URL of our group. So we'll get those one at a time. All right, stream key. I'm going to head back into my Facebook group, and this is my stream key, and I'm going to click copy. Don't look. No one should see your stream key. No, you can't see it. And I'm going to paste that right in there. Okay, and now I'm going to go and get my RTMP doohickey key, come down here, and I'm going to click copy. I see the little check mark that showed up when I did that. And then I'm going to go back into Zoom, and I'm going to paste that. Great. And now I need my, I need the ABA, my ABA. So I need to quickly find ABA here. The actual URL of my ABA group, just the whole group goes in there, and I'm going to paste that right there, and then I'm going to click save. All right, we got the name of it, we got the key, this key, and then the name of the URL for the entire group, and I'm going to click save. Okay, there it is. So there's my private Facebook group, and there's my ABA Facebook group. So now I'm going to turn this one on, and I'm going to click start streaming. Don't worry, we're not actually streaming yet. I'm just going to click start streaming. Okay, it says to me like, oh, I got a message up here. The meeting is being live streamed. Okay, so I'm in Zoom. This is Zoom. Zoom's just telling me all this stuff. And I'm still here. I'm still here, like right here with you. And now I'm going to look in my ABA group, and see what's happening. And actually, it's going to be here, the studio. So look what happened. So if I put this on here, I'll make sure that's quiet. It now says that we are connected. See, I'm here, right? All right, it doesn't have to play. So all this is the studio. So this is not streaming into the group yet. This is just the studio where we are, right? Look at this button down here. This says go live. So we have not gone live. We're not live. But all I have to do now is click go live. And then this will show up along with me streaming. So I am going to go live. All right. We are streaming into the Acupuncture Business Academy Facebook group, and we're doing a test. So if you see this, please just ignore me while I play around here. I'm showing you how to set up the live streaming app in Zoom so that you can live stream into Facebook groups after April 22nd, when Facebook takes away the ability to use third-party apps to stream into the group. So just ignore this. Go about your business. I do want to show that you can share screen, so we'll go ahead and share screen here. And so this is the studio section, and you can see I am still in the live section, so we can see the group right there, and we can see all of the different steps that we've gone through to get into the live stream. So we've just go live and we are broadcasting. So now let me show you how to end the broadcast. And what's really cool here is that we are going to end the broadcast from Zoom. So I'm going to stop share there, and we're going to head back over to Zoom. Not that Zoom, this Zoom. And I'm just going to click on stop streaming. Bye everyone, thanks. Stop stream. And now we have stopped the stream into the ABA Facebook group, right? So now if I come over to Acupuncture Business Academy and I refresh this, so I'm going to refresh this page here, and you can see that the stream should be sitting right here in front of us. There it is. Testing Zoom live streaming. It's already stopped, and it worked. It worked. And now you can see that I shared my screen in here. So I just want you to see that. I'm going to pause this. So it'll take you some time to get used to how the streaming works, but you can see I did share my camera and I shared my screen. And so if you were in the gallery view, you could have the gallery view of your Zoom people. So you're going to be using Zoom like you always use Zoom, and sharing or not sharing, depending on what it is you're doing. All right. So once you end the stream, you're done. It used to be that you had to come back into the Facebook area in here and stop the stream. But you don't have to do that anymore, so that's good. Because a lot of times people would get confused and they'd still be streaming and they didn't realize it because they stopped the Zoom, but they didn't stop the Facebook. Anyway, so now when you're done, you can come back into your little studio area back here, and you have some choices. You can view your post, you can trim your video, you can create a clip from your video, or you can delete the video and return to the group. So if I click on view post, it'll take me to my post right here. And actually you have the ability to edit the thumbnails, you can change things around. And those are things I'm not going to go into right now. So I just wanted to make sure you knew how to do this. So you can do this. You can absolutely set it up. I do recommend having a practice Facebook group and going in there first and doing it that way. But now what happens is whenever I come into any of my groups and I want to live stream, I already have my my live stream set up. The RTPMs kind of stuff will stay in there, and all I have to do is select it from Zoom. So just as a reminder, if I come back into my meetings and I start, you can see I just go into the live streaming apps, and then I select the place that I want to live stream. So if I wanted to do one into my private Facebook group, I would toggle on and click start streaming. If I wanted to go into my ABA group like we just did, I would toggle that one on and I would click start streaming. And of course I would have already gone into my group and I would have selected a post. I would have already come in here, selected a post, and done live video. So that's how you connect the two. You've got the live video section here, and then you have the Zoom controls where you're turning things on here. And once those two talk, then you are streaming into your group. All right. If you have any questions or you are confused about anything, go ahead and post them underneath this video and I'll be happy to answer them. All right. Thanks a lot. You have a great day.